I was watching some YouTube shorts at home, but the problem is out of nowhere. My doorbell rang, so I opened the door, and it was Jessica, my childhood best friend who had moved away years ago. But she wasn't the little tomboy I remembered. She looked like every girl who ignores my DMs. Her body had so many curves that it should be illegal. Her eyes could bankrupt me in a second, and her lips were about to shout, "Try me, broke boy!" And just then she smiled and said, "Well, well, well, look who's still alive. Are you gonna invite me in, or do I have to break in like old times?" To which we both laughed, and I let her in, and she immediately made herself comfortable, throwing her jacket on my couch. Then she unexpectedly adjusted her bra in front of me and said, "You know, I was thinking, since I'm in town for a while, we should hang out like we used to. What do you say?" "Of course, yes. But what do you want to do?" I excitedly asked. To which she replied, I have something in mind." And then she pulled out a deck of cards and said, "We'll play strip poker? Ha 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 ha. Are you serious?" I asked. So she replied, "Hell yeah, unless you're scared." Now, I'm not one to back down from a challenge, so I agreed. But actually, I suck at poker. So we began playing, and within 10 minutes, I was already shirtless, and Jessica was sitting there, fully clothed, enjoying every second of my misery. "Oh my God, this is so much fun," she giggled. 5 minutes later, I was down to just my boxers, and she was still untouched. Then she leaned towards me and said, "You know, I never told you this, but back in the day, I had the biggest crush on you." On hearing this, naturally, I froze and said, "You are kidding, right?" So she smiled and said, "Of course not. And since I finally have you in your underwear, I should make up for lost time." And before I could react, she grabbed my neck, pulled me in, and kissed me like she was trying to rewrite history. Just as things started heating up, my door suddenly swung open and a voice said, "Oh my good Lord, please don't stop on my account." So I turned and saw that it was Jessica's younger sister, Jasmine. And she said, "Well, I was just dropping off her stuff, but now I'm thinking I should stay a little longer." On hearing this, Jessica turned red and shouted, "Jasmine, get out. I always wondered what the hype was about. Maybe I should try it out too," Jasmine said. So Jessica asked me, "Darling, do we have space for one more?" Now at this point, my brain stopped working, so I said, "Of course, honey, more the merrier." And just when all three of us were in action, the door opened and a voice said, "My lovely daughters, Mommy is recording everything. Be ready for the punishment. Daddy will spank you in the evening."